Friday afternoon here in Philadelphia. Mark Abrams. Let's keep it in the city of brotherly love as I welcome in undefeated featherweight Donald No Love Smith, who next Saturday night, February 6th, takes on William Foster III live at the 2300 in Philadelphia. RDR Promotions and live on Fight.tv. Donald, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I'm feeling good. What's going on?
Well, we're about 8 days away from this fight. Fighting an undefeated fighter. How are you feeling 8 days out?
I'm feeling great, man. I wish the fight was this week, man. I'm just ready to go, man. I had a long training camp. I've been in training camp for about 8 weeks, so I feel good, man. I'm ready to go. I asked my team for an O, and they got it for me. So I'm just ready, man. I'm excited.
I know a lot of the what's written about so far in your career is that you've had a difficult time getting guys to fight you. Now you have a guy who's 11-0. I actually interviewed him last night. He's extremely confident. I mean, how's it feel to finally get a guy in there against you who not only has the credentials in terms of his record and what's on paper, but a guy who's very confident coming to win, finally getting that opportunity to shine. What are your thoughts on that? This finally happening?
Oh man, that's what I wanted, man. I wanted somebody that's coming there confident. I don't want nobody that's coming in there thinking they're gonna lose or coming in there to lose. There's no fun in that. I can't show my real genius in the ring if I got somebody in there just coming to lose. I want to be excited. I want to be motivated. I want to be ready to go. So I'm very excited. I just can't wait, man. This is what I've been waiting for. So I've been putting the work in.
You feel that maybe just based on your answer that we have not seen the best of you in terms that you're going to need someone to push you to for the world to see the best of Donald Smith?
Yeah, man. It's like the better the fighter, the better I perform. Sometimes you're in there with bad fighters. They can make you look not at the level you are because you don't know what to expect out of certain fighters. They swing and punch from everywhere. You're coming in all type of ways. When you're in there with somebody who's gonna make you think a little bit, I think it kind of bring my genius out. The better the fighter, the better my performance. And I always said that since I was a little kid in amateurs.
Did you think that this would this opportunity would come? I don't want to say quickly because I know you've been wanting this opportunity, but it got here now. Are you a little bit surprised that finally someone has stepped up to the plate?
Surprised? I'm not surprised. I was just hopeful. That somebody would, but it's not really a surprise. There's a lot of dogs out there, just like me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want opportunities that they couldn't get. People may be scared to fight them or just don't want to fight them, you know what I'm saying, because of the advantages. So I'm just proud and happy that, I did get this time. Like, I knew it was going to come. It was just a matter of time when it was going to come.
What do you know about William Foster III?
I don't really know too much. I don't do all the extra study and all that on my opponents. Probably look at a round or two, look at one fight, two fight, then that's it. I look at it one day and that's it. I don't really study it and going back and forth, because a lot of times a fighter can be one way, and when you get in the ring with them, they just change their whole thing up. So, I just go in there confident, man. I work hard. I train for everything. I train in case it's going to be one of them fights where you just got to draw the whole fight. Got to be an inside fight, and I train for an outside fight. So whatever, wherever the fight goes, I'm just ready and prepared.
Is this the fight where and maybe people around the boxing community across the country are going to maybe start putting Donald Smith on those kind of top prospect lists? Is that what you're expecting
Yeah,
Sunday
man.
morning?
Of course, this year I'm going for prospect of the year, man. That's my goals. I want to hit different platforms with my talent, and the six is the first platform that I'm hitting to showcase it on a level of with a better opponent, and I just want to keep going. After this, I want another. I want more. So I feel like this fight right here is going to put me in the mouths of a lot of upper class people, more people, and then as I just keep pursuing my career and getting these different opponents, then these different fighters, I think that my name will be stamped by the end of this year.
Um, so I mean, not that you're looking past Foster, but I mean, you looking, maybe Showbox or something like that on one of the bigger platforms after this fight.
Oh yeah, man. I don't look past nobody, man. Even if they're not good, even if it's not at the level I think they're on my level, I still don't look past nobody because it's boxing. One shot is all it takes. You know what I'm saying? So you can never look past that one shot. You know what I'm saying? So I train hard for everybody, man. I put my mind, my body, I put my mental through the hardest workouts, the hardest exercise. I just try to mentally prepare myself, because you have to be mentally prepared than anything. You can be physically prepared, but if your mental not there, then it'll never work. So I just put myself through everything, man. So I definitely don't look past no opponent. I'm looking forward to him to bring his best. I want him to bring his best. He has to bring his best, because that's the way that I can really show everybody. If he come up there, come in a fight, and he don't look too good, then this is going to be another guy with a good record who really wasn't that good. He just had a padded record. But if you go in there and show that he's what his record says, and I go in there and show my record says, then it should be a good fight.
For some of the people around the world who maybe haven't seen you fight, tell us a little bit about yourself. When did you start boxing? Maybe a little bit about your amateur career.
I started boxing when I was 8 years old. My record was 71-9. I've been to a lot of nationals, Junior Olympic nationals twice, Golden Glove nationals, USA nationals, and Silver Gloves. I done been all around the world through boxing. I fought a lot of good pros and things like that. So, you know, I have a good padded amateur career, you know, and I just want to have a better pro career. You know, I want to be holding them belts up, them championships and stuff like that. You know, I'm a southpaw, 6 foot southpaw from Philadelphia. You know, I just don't want to be one of them guys that people say, oh, he could have been good, or he was one of them tall guys that was good, but he just didn't have what it takes. So I put my body and mind through the hardest training, so I can be able to, you know, make the fight the easy part. Just go out there, have fun, and just show my skills.
And you come from a bit of a fighting family. Your cousin Keenan, you know, a lot of people have seen him fight on national television, on Showtime and whatnot. So I mean, you see him go through it. Did you learn anything from him, from what he's been doing in terms of like his career and how he goes about his business?
Yeah, I learned a lot from him, even like through the amateurs to the pros, man, because he was always the number one person that was in my corner that I can look at, and he was taking the steps before me, so I was coming right behind him. So when I see him go to a national, see how he fight, and I'm like, all right, well, this is what it takes. So I go to the nationals and try to imitate it in a certain way with my own skills to it. Even in the pros, you know, how the things he taught me, you know, how to settle down, you know, pick your shots, and, you know, don't be too greedy, and, you know, just think, you know, use your IQ. You know what I'm saying? You had all amateurs to develop and to learn and to get the experience. So now when you pro, it's all about putting the stuff that you learned, the experience and the growth, and, you know, just putting it in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot from him, man. He was a real intelligent fighter. He's a southpaw also. So, you know, just watching his journey, you know, it let me know the things to do and the things not to do.
You said a phrase a couple minutes ago that I'm sure that you said it now, but I'm sure you're sick of hearing it from promoters, matchmakers, whatever. 6 foot southpaw. I would imagine you're tired of hearing people saying he doesn't want to fight you because you're a 6 foot southpaw. How frustrating is that when you keep hearing that?
Man, it's so frustrating, man, because I'm in a sport where it's boxing, man. We're here to fight, you know. We all, you know, should want to be champion and want to fight the best, you know. Whether I only have 10 fights or whether I have 20 fights, I always told myself I'm not trying to be one of them guys that has 20 fights, 25 fights, and I haven't fought nobody. And then when I do fight somebody, it took me 25 fights to have a padded record to say, oh, I don't got it. You know, if I got it, which I believe that, you know, my whole team and everybody around believe, then I want to know I have it now. You know, I don't want to wait until I'm 25-0, didn't fight for no belts, not barely making no money. I want to know now, you know, because I train hard. I spar top class competition. I only can spar top class competition and heavy guys because, you know, I'm 6 foot southpaw. So the average guy really at my weight is about 5'5". So I don't really get that type of work, you know. So I just try to prepare myself, man, and for anything, you know, because I know that it's hard to get fights. So I know sometimes they might call me, oh, you want to fight next week, or we have a fight this week. So I have to be training every single day and be in the gym locked in every day, because a lot of people are not going to want to give me time to train. They're going to be like, he already got the vein, 6 foot southpaw, he can punch, he's this, that. So I had to keep it going, man.
So how important is it you for not only to win, but to win impressively, maybe win in an exciting fashion? So a lot of these other prospects out there say, you know what? Yeah, he's a 6 foot southpaw, but he makes for good fights, and whether it's networks or other opponents, that's going to kind of draw the interest.
It's important to me to put on a good show. You know, it's been a long wait. You know, have a lot of people that want to see what I can do. You know, a lot of people, a lot of different type of fans and supporters that I grew over the time that I wasn't fighting. You know, they just want to see what I can do. You know, and I just want to prove to everybody that I'm not just the hype that they're trying to give me, and I'm not just a typical tall guy that can't. I want to show them I can do everything. You know, I can fight outside, inside. You know, I can take a shot, I can give a shot. I just want to perform at the highest level, and that's all I can give myself. I can't settle for me just going in there, getting an okay win, like it was close. No, I want to go in there and dominate. You know, I want to walk through this guy, punch through this guy. You know, I want to make a statement in that ring that night. You know, and that's my goal, and that's what I train for. I train for deep waters. I train for my opponent to come at their best, so I have to come at my best. So I just need to put on a great performance, so you know I can make a statement that night.
The nickname No Love, where does that come from?
Nickname No Love come from, you know, a lot of times me coming up, you know, in the ring and sparring and stuff like that. A lot of trainers used to tell me, man, you don't have to go that hard. You know, it's supposed to be just be practice. You don't supposed to everybody you get in the ring with try to knock them out, man. Because I always told myself that whenever I get in the ring with somebody, I want to go in the ring and try to knock you out and bring out your best. If they're not on my level, just don't put them in the ring with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the hurt business. And in the era that we growing up in, you know, if you taking it easy on somebody and somebody get over on you and they recording it, oh, I got over on so-and-so, or dang, in sparring, I knocked this person down, knocked this person out. The whole time you just messing around, but they're taking it serious and they posting on YouTube, Instagram, you know, the biggest platform.
Yeah.
So I always grew up and I couldn't accept nobody getting one over on me. So every spar I go in it like it's a fight. And they was like, man, you show no love in the ring. Like everybody used to tell me like, dog, you really don't show no like what is wrong? My trainers used to tell me, take it easy this spar, and I'd be like, all right, and I go in the ring and I go as hard as I can, you know. So it was just a name that I kept hearing, so I just ran with it.
It's kind of like what I guess that old saying, you get out what you put in. So if you're going to put in the hard work during sparring, when it's time to fight for real, you get out the same the same energy and the same results.
Exactly. You know, I don't want to be one of them people that barely train and get in a fight and expect it to be easy. You know, you can't short step it, man, because it'll show. All your imperfections will show, you know, in the fights, you know, if you're not putting in the real work.
It seems that like boxing is, I mean, obviously everyone says boxing needs to be a lifestyle, but we mentioned your cousin Keenan, and also your other cousin Marty is your trainer. So do you guys go from the gym to the dinner table and it's just talking boxing? I mean, is that what it is?
Yeah, man, it'd be so bad, man, because even if we not talking about us, we're talking about fights that we'd like to see, or fights that we know nobody even talk about, that we like, dang, I want to see this fight, or just future fights, you know what I'm saying? Or we're just talking about things that we can work on, like maybe spar that day and be like, all right, well, I see you do this, we need to perfect this, because in a fight, somebody ain't gonna let you go with it, you know, or need to work on this more. So it's always about boxing, man. Even if we have our family time, we could be talking about anything, basketball, next thing you know, boxing just come right up. So it's kind of just a family thing, man. It's something that we all love to do. You know, Marty loves to train, Keenan loves the box, I love the box, so it kind of fits. And my family, they support us 100%, so they love to hear about it. So
are there any other Smiths in the boxing pipeline we should know about?
Yeah, we actually had my little nephew, Lamar Smith Jr. You know, he's an amateur. He's 17 years old. He fight at about 138 in the amateurs. He been around the nationals and all that. He's a great fighter, man. He like a mix. He got his own style, but he like a mixture of me and Keenan. So he great, man. He's fast. He's strong. He can punch. So he's the next big thing, man. I tell him that every time, man. The stuff that I see him do in the gym is like, wow.
There you go. A couple more questions. What do you want to say to the fans out there in closing before we see you next Saturday night live on Fight.tv, taking on William Foster III in the main event at the 2300 Arena here in South Philadelphia?
I just want to tell y'all, man, just come, get your popcorn ready, man. Just get ready to have the popcorn all over the floor, because it's going to be fireworks. It's going to be action, good boxing. It's going to be good brawling, whatever you want. You know, I bring it all to the table, man. You're going to see power, aggression. You're going to see defense, offense, man. Just be prepared. You know, come out if you can, you know. And the fight will be shown on fight.tv.
Yep.
So, just be prepared for a show, man. This going to be a great main event with two great young prospect fighters, that's fighting for they spot in the sport. So it's going to be interesting.
And this is a true TV level type of fight. When you get 12-0 against, I believe he's 11-0. I mean that's a fight that any network, it should be on any network. So the fans out there, you're gonna get your money's worth. Where do we see you on social media if the fans want to follow you and keep up with what's going on with you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Donald No Love. That's DonaldNolove, and you can find me on Twitter. The same thing, Donald No Love, DonaldNolove.
Well, thank you for a few minutes of your time. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday night. We're going to have first time I've announced this, we're going to have a virtual press conference on Tuesday. We're going to get you and your opponent in the same chat room, and maybe you guys kind of see each other sort of face to face a little bit, I guess. And we'll do that on Tuesday night. And we look forward to the fight next Saturday. Thank you for a few minutes of your time.
All right, man. I appreciate you anytime, man.
Thank you.